On December 20th, 2019, 14-year-old Harley Dilly vanished in Port Clinton, Ohio, just days before Christmas. What should have been a joyful holiday season turned into a nightmare for his family and the entire community. His disappearance sparked immediate concern, sending shockwaves through the small town. As word spread, neighbors, friends, and volunteers joined efforts to locate him, while police launched an extensive search. As days passed with no sign of Harley, frustration and fear grew. Suspicions arose, with many questioning his parents' actions. Their delay in reporting him missing, coupled with their past family struggles, led to speculation and scrutiny. Law enforcement faced mounting pressure to piece together the truth. But with no leads or evidence, the mystery only deepened. Harley was an intelligent but troubled boy, navigating life with oppositional defiant disorder, ODD, and high-functioning autism. He often found himself at odds with authority, particularly with his parents. His home life was not easy, and arguments were frequent. He had run away multiple times in the past, usually as an emotional reaction to disputes. However, he never stayed away for long. He would return home by morning, ready to shower, eat, and retreat into his world of video games. His most recent frustration stemmed from a broken phone, which his parents refused to replace, escalating tensions at home. When he didn't come home on December 20th, his mother initially assumed it was just another one of his runaway episodes. But as time passed, her concern grew. By the next day, as he still hadn't returned, worry turned to fear. Yet, despite their growing anxiety, his family did not report him missing until nearly midnight on December 21st, more than 40 hours after he was last seen. This delay in action cast doubt on their account and became a critical point of scrutiny in the investigation. Despite Harley's absence for more than 40 hours, his parents waited until nearly midnight on Saturday, December 21st, to report him missing. This delay immediately raised concerns among law enforcement officers. For a 14-year-old boy, especially one with developmental challenges, being unaccounted for such an extended period was highly unusual and concerning. Police found it troubling that his parents had not acted sooner, considering his history of short-term runaways and their knowledge that he was not self-sufficient enough to survive long on his own. The lack of urgency on their part made authorities question whether there was more to the story than just a missing child. Harley's parents explained that their household had been tense due to frequent arguments, particularly about his broken phone. They believed he had run away again and would return when he had cooled off. However, as investigators dug deeper, they discovered that none of Harley's friends or extended family members had seen or heard from him since Friday morning. This was out of character. In previous instances when he had left home, he had always stayed with someone he knew. But this time, no one reported any contact. The absence of any trace of Harley for such a long period deepened the mystery, making it clear that something was seriously wrong. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, local police escalated their efforts and sought help from multiple law enforcement agencies, including the FBI, U.S. Marshals, the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation, BCI, State Highway Patrol, and the Department of Natural Resources. The combined forces conducted a widespread search across Port Clinton and its surrounding areas. They meticulously canvassed neighborhoods, knocked on doors, and interviewed anyone who might have seen or interacted with Harley in the days leading up to his disappearance. Despite these extensive efforts, they found no witnesses who had seen him after Friday morning. Surveillance footage soon became a crucial element in the investigation. A security camera from a neighbor's house provided the only solid lead: a grainy image of Harley walking alone across the street that Friday morning. He was wearing his maroon puffer jacket and gray sweatpants. The footage confirmed that he had indeed left his house that day, but offered no further insight into where he had gone or what had happened to him afterward. This lack of additional sightings frustrated investigators, as it meant Harley had vanished without a trace. As days turned into weeks, the case grew more perplexing. Authorities, media outlets, and community members speculated on several possibilities. Had Harley run away with a long-term plan in mind? If so, why had he not contacted anyone? Had he been kidnapped by someone lurking in the neighborhood? Or was something more sinister at play? Had his parents harmed him and attempted to cover it up? Every theory was explored. And while suspicions ran high, none could be substantiated with solid evidence. Without new leads, the investigation stalled, leaving both law enforcement and the community desperate for answers. With weeks gone and no leads, authorities decided to restart the investigation. Police Chief Robert Hickman and investigator Lori Brunschwager retraced Harley's last known steps. Lori, new to the case, wanted to examine an empty house across the street from Harley's home. Though previously searched, the home had been locked and nothing appeared disturbed. This time, they obtained a key and entered. Inside, they discovered a maroon jacket identical to the one Harley wore in the surveillance footage. This shocking find led them to conduct a deeper investigation into the property, searching for additional clues. On the morning of December 20th, Harley, frustrated with his mother for not letting him skip school, decided to hide out instead. He noticed an abandoned house across the street and climbed onto its roof using an antenna tower. While exploring, he saw the chimney, and believing it led to an open fireplace, attempted to enter by sliding down. What he didn't know was that the chimney was actually a vent for wood-burning stoves, with no exit. Once inside, he became trapped, unable to climb back up. This moment would tragically seal his fate. Harley, only 4 feet 9 inches tall and weighing 100 pounds, may have believed he could easily slide through the narrow chimney opening, which measured just 13 inches by 9 inches. However, as he descended the 15-foot shaft, his jacket and shirt bunched up, restricting his movement. When he reached the bottom, he realized there was no fireplace, just a sealed-off vent space. Trapped with his arms above his head, he was unable to maneuver. With no footholds and slick brick walls, any attempt to climb out would have been impossible. Desperately trying to free himself, Harley managed to push his clothing, including his jacket and hoodie, through a small vent hole located 6 feet above him. This would have helped him breathe. But without anything to grip onto, climbing back up was impossible. He also removed his shoes, socks, and sweatpants, possibly in an attempt to gain mobility. However, his oxygen levels would have slowly depleted due to his restricted chest movements. Exhaustion set in, and without air, he eventually succumbed to compressive asphyxiation. The exact length of time he survived remains unknown. After 23 days of searching, police re-entered the abandoned house and noticed clothing scattered on the floor near a wall vent. Upon further inspection, an officer reached into the vent and made a horrifying discovery: Harley's remains were wedged inside the chimney shaft. A full excavation of the wall confirmed that he had become trapped while trying to enter the house from the roof. His glasses were found nearby, along with the vent covers he had pushed out. It was now clear that his disappearance was a tragic accident, rather than the result of foul play. Harley's official cause of death was ruled as compressive asphyxiation, meaning his lungs could not fully expand to take in air. His mistake of attempting to slide down the chimney had cost him his life, with no way to escape. The heartbreaking discovery left his family and the entire Port Clinton community in mourning. For weeks, they had held on to hope that he might be found alive. Instead, they were faced with an unimaginable tragedy, one that underscored the dangers of curiosity and miscalculated risks. Harley Dilly's story remains a sorrowful lesson and a haunting reminder of lost potential. If you found this story compelling, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more in-depth true crime cases. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think really happened in this case? Turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.